Carlos, this is season 5 of Off Your Flosser podcast.
Season 5. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to say it in Spanish.
That's fair enough. Throw back to your heritage.
You know.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys.
Thank you. Here we go.
All right.
Are we on? Like,
I think we're on. What's today? Today is the
it's the 22nd. And we've got lots of stuff going on. So stay with us because this is
don't go anywhere.
Our 200th episode.
What?
I mean, we have to do something big.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you know, our efforts, we've been lucky enough to be able to do this whatever this is. And so we want to thank you guys for listening, you know, for 200 separate times, which is crazy. Seriously, y'all need to get a life or something because
because that's
there's better things you can do.
A little. That's like 200 hours you can't get back of your life.
Yeah, it's at least a week and a half. You could, you know, what else could they be doing instead of listening to us, Sandy?
They could use their bidet. Yeah,
sand some calluses off. You know, like grandpa's feet or something. You know, you could be doing that.
Yeah. They could be working.
Yeah.
Earning money.
Yeah. Picking up dog poop.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
Just all kinds of horrible things. But this isn't that bad when you look at it.
I need somebody to come do that at my house, though.
Really?
For reals. Yes.
You know what I need? I need a professional dog foot washer. Because your boy, Butter, or as my mom likes to call him, mantequilla, which is butter in Spanish, likes to dig. The other day, dude, this fool had grass in between his toes. Like, I'm like, what are you doing, man? And dirt on his nose. So whatever he's sniffing or digging up, and I got all kinds of potholes in the backyard, man. And so I'm out there with that little cup that you told me to buy, and squashing his feet. And he kind of like, he doesn't like it, but he's like, all right, well, this is the only way I'm getting in the house. So it's a process, man.
And the thing is, like, if you don't do it, then you're staying outside.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I let him out the other day, and he's taking off towards the holes that he's been digging. I'm like, Butter, don't go digging. And he kind of just stops, and he starts walking back to the house. I'm like, well, if I can't dig, then I don't even want to go. And I'm like, dude.
What's my purpose in life?
What am I doing out here? I'm gonna pee. I'll just pee in the corner, you know, in the dining room.
I feel like it's a mole thing, because my beagle Abby would dig in the yard a lot, and I feel like it was a mole thing.
He's digging something up, and he's sniffing around for whatever it is.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a mole. Anyway, all right. Well, such as it is, let's do some. Let's do something fun for episode 200. You want to?
Yeah. What are you thinking?
So
I think I know what you're thinking.
Okay, let's say it on the count of 3. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Skydiving.
Alligator wrestle. Okay.
Neither.
Yeah. No. We're good.
So I'm thinking that we should give back to our listeners. So I'm thinking we should do a giveaway. And I do have some items that we can give away.
Yeah, so free stuff, guys. All you gotta do is just listen.
Yes, free stuff. And so the parameters to win, we'll just make it simple. We want you can go on either iTunes or iPodcast. What do they call it? Apple Podcasts?
Apple Podcasts, yeah.
Yes. Or you can go to our Facebook page and leave a review. It can be a bad review. It can be a good review. It can be a review. But so what we'll do is we'll choose from those people that leave a review. And let's talk about what should they win, Carlos.
We have some swag. Well, not really swag. That's not fair. I have some swag from Hinman. I have a cup, a beer, koozie, warmer, cooler thing. You know, we're not giving that crap away. But what we are giving away is a fantastic electronic toothbrush, right?
You want me to show it to him?
Yeah, what do you got?
It's an Oral-B 3000 Pro, so that means only pros can use it.
Boom, that's us.
Or own it. So if you don't have your dental hygiene degree, this is your chance to buy something that only the pros can get. Not buy, win, even if you're not a hygienist. But if you're a hygienist,
Right.
hello, we all love our plethora of electric
like,
toothbrushes.
Like the machine
it
gun
does have, look, it's got the pressure light. So if you're a hard brusher, this will help you out.
Keep that recession under control. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying?
Heck yeah. Okay. Do you think we should give anything else away?
No, we have more than one listener, I think. I think
yeah, maybe.
We got
Okay.
We can't have our people running around out there cold.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Or shirtless on a sunny day. So we have got quite a few. We've got some OYF t-shirts.
Right.
Off your flosser.
Some OYF branded.
I've got, thanks to Andy RDH, he gave me these. It has dental hygienist on the front. And then on the back, it says, I'm a floss threading, pocket probing, root planing, enamel scaling, period, preventing biofilm, removing oral cancer, checking, prevention, specializing dental hygienist. Yeah, I clean teeth.
Boom. No
so I got that. I've also Profi Wife.
Profi Wife, that's what's up, dude. I'd rock one of those, bro.
I think you should.
You know,
I think you should.
People
and then I've got.
It would start a lot of conversations. People would be like, first.
It probably would.
And why are you a wife of it? You know.
Yeah, you spelled trophy wrong. No, thank you. It's Profi.
That's right.
And then this one is super cute. This is the last one. Dental hygiene on the front. And this cute Aztec style tooth on the back. It's super cute. All right, so we can give away some t-shirts and stuff. And a Oral-B toothbrush.
An Oral-B.
I don't know. I think that's about it.
Yeah, if anybody at Oral-B wants to give us more stuff so we can hand out to our dedicated listeners, we'd be more than happy to pay it forward. For sure.
I'm down. Oh, wait. Yep. Okay.
All right.
So we've got a few options and a few of each option. So leave your review. Starting, when should we do this through?
Let's say Saturday night is when it's dropping. Okay. Right.
Okay.
Or Sunday morning, April 1st, April Fool's Day, because that's kind of our national holiday.
Yes.
And then after the 1st, we'll decide, and then we'll announce it on the episode after that, which would be the 8th, right?
Yeah.
7th. Yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
And we'll contact them and get their address and all that to send them a special little thing. Yeah.
So thanks in advance, everybody who's listening and participating in this contest. And we wish we could give out more. But
we're not rich.
It's a thought that counts. So
you know what we should do?
What's that?
We should give away a Bronco.
Dude, how crazy would that be? I want to sign up for that.
I ain't giving mine away, though.
Come on, Ford. Step up.
Matchbox has one.
Holla at your people, you know?
Have you seen that I forget who it was, but they were giving away a Toyota.
Oh, yeah, I heard of that.
And then when the lady, went to collect, they gave her a toy Yoda. Winner you are. Toy you get.
Yes. Psych.
She was PO'd, and I think she sued him in one.
I think if you're expecting a car and you get a stuffed animal from Star Wars, hands might fly at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And what if she needed that? Anything. She needed a new car, and she was so happy and blessed. You know what I mean?
Dude, she probably told a bunch of people, I'm going to go pick up my Toyota, son.
And I got a toy Yoda.
We'll go through the Dairy Queen 2 or 3 times. Get some dilly bars, my treat, and my new Toyota. And boom, not going nowhere you are.
Nope, your diner dash. What's that called? DoorDash. You got a DoorDash because you don't have a Toyota. You know what? Hey, I went to the
Furious.
Speaking of winning, sorry, I'm getting over something. I went to the mobile dentistry conference, and it was near Dallas, so I was hanging out with
Okay.
Ashley, my sister, woo,
Sure,
woo,
sure.
and I got to see Big Tuna a little bit.
You know,
Anyway, while I was there, I won.
what'd you win?
Won a crown seating saddle chair. What? Yes. Isn't that
That's pretty
amazing?
badass, man. Those things,
Yeah.
they look a little funky, but they're supposed to be super crazy comfortable.
Yeah. So, Ashley, we're meeting at Little Rock this weekend. So I'm driving down, she's driving up.
Okay.
She has my chair in her car because we were near her house. So she
Yeah,
took
son.
it, and I'm going to put it in the Bronco, bring it
Boom.
home, and start using it. And hopefully it'll keep my back straighter and it'll be more comfortable.
Yeah.
And get this.
I think
I
they
got
call that ergonomic, is what they call that.
Yes, yes. And I got the Queen Anne chair. And guess who it's named
Damn,
after?
son. I'm not sure 100%, but somebody named
You know her.
Anne.
You know her. She's a dental hygienist.
Wait a minute. All right, now you're gonna.
Well, you know it's Anne something.
Yeah. Who are you talking about?
Anne Guion.
Oh.
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
Yes.
So apparently,
I totally know her. That was embarrassing. I am so sorry. Jesus. That's
but
embarrassing.
he said that she helped him develop this chair, and that's why it's called the Queen Anne chair.
That makes perfect sense because her thing is ergonomics. So you can last and do your job at a high level for a long period of time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Shout
I
out
was
to
like,
Anne.
oh my gosh, I'm going to be sitting in the same seat that Anne Guion may have also sat in.
Dude. Yeah.
That's like being a couple degrees of separation from Steve Carell.
That's pretty damn close.
That's pretty awesome.
You know, she's super. She's always been super cool with me
And
for
supportive.
some reason.
Yeah.
I don't, and it's not like I have any real accomplishments, you know. And I'm not trying to be humble here, but you know, she's been published 1 million times, you know.
Yes.
But I don't know. I don't know. She just thinks I'm fun. I don't know what it is, but you know, I appreciate you know, her mentorship and friendship and stuff like that. But she's always got a good voice of reason, I should say. Yeah. So we got to get her on here sometime. I think she'd be fun.
I do too. We saw her at in Springfield at the MDHA thing, and she sat in on part of our CE course that we did. Right. Ninjas don't cry, and neither do hygienists. Yeah. And she said she really enjoyed it. And then, you know, she had to leave early to catch her flight. But sure. I mean, if Anne Guion says, "Hey, you did a good job," it's like that's like the star of approval kind of thing.
That means a lot. Yeah. So
yeah.
So well, congratulations on the chair, man.
I know.
Sure you'll be skating like a lunatic after.
Yeah. So we'll have to get the guys from Crown Seating on here, because here's the situation. Chris Kammer was there, and I actually missed the drawing, and you had to be present to win. So I came down from my hotel room, because I stayed in the hotel that the conference was in, came downstairs, and Chris Kammer and I were just chit-chatting. He goes, "Hey, they called your name about some chair that you won." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, are you serious? Are you joking? Are you serious?" He goes, no, 10 minutes ago. And I was like, oh no, because you had to be present to win. And I was like, oh man.
So there was a little bit of a grace period?
No, they gave the chair away. So I went over to where Crown Seating was, and I was just kind of like, oh my gosh, you guys called my name.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And I was like, oh, I'm so sad that I missed it. And he was like, yeah, you had to be there. And I was like, okay, no, it's fine. And then he goes, well, we can go talk to Bob. And I was like, oh, I mean, okay, like whatever. So we go and we talk to Bob. And Bob goes, yeah, you had to be there. And he's like an older guy, super, super sweet. I could tell he was like, this really sucks to be you. No, I was just like, no, I get it. I understand. And then he looked at the other guy, and oh my gosh, his name's I have his business card. I'll have to like have him on. But
Sure.
anyway, he looks at him and he goes, "Should we just give away another one?" And the guy goes, "Yeah." And I was like, I go, "Oh my goodness, are you
Oh yeah.
serious?" And he was
They
like,
don't want
"Yeah,
to carry that stuff back.
yeah." So they ended up letting me pick out which chair worked for me. But
Dude.
here's the thing. I sat down on this Queen Anne chair.
So hold on
I
a second,
didn't
real
even
quick. Something tells me that this type of stuff happens to you all the time, though. You get in there and you sort of schmooze them up a little bit and make them laugh
maybe a
and just
little.
charm them, and, out of the chair. It's not the first
Maybe
time,
a
I don't think.
little. But
Yeah,
my thing is, hey, if you don't ask, you don't get.
bro, silent. Yeah,
But I would not have been upset because the rules are the rules.
the
I
rules are the
missed
rules,
it,
right?
bad on me. I would have been like, man, that really sucks.
Right.
Oh man.
Now you know.
Right. But so I didn't have to try any other chair. I sat down on that one and I was like, oh. And he looked at my body position. He goes, "That's perfect." And
Yeah,
he goes, "How does it feel?" And I said, "Really good." And he goes, "I think that's your chair."
that's
And I
you
was
right
like,
there, bro.
"Wrap it
Wrap
up."
it up. Yeah, we go. Let's take it. Let's do this. Let me
Yeah,
get out of here before
so
you guys
crown
change your
seating,
mind. Okay.
go. You go. Um so yeah, and I told him some ideas that I have kind of in the works. So, and they were like, here's my card, let's talk. Like,
Sure.
they want to find a way to help me make my I can't talk about it, but
Sure.
the stuff that I want to do, he
Okay.
wants to help make it happen. So I was like, that is awesome. And I told him, I said, "Hey, I have a podcast. I want you guys to come on, let's talk about everything."
Sure.
And I'll put it in the Facebook group, Lighthearted RDH. I'll get on there and tell people about the chair and stuff.
Heck
I
yeah.
mean, they did me a favor. It was really
Well,
nice of
that
them.
was and that's how you build that I don't want to say that relationship. I'm not saying you have to give us stuff.
Absolutely.
That's not what I'm saying. But I think they saw you were sincerely, you just missed it. It's not like you show up the next day or something like that.
Yeah.
Go brush your teeth or something, whatever it was, and
Right.
you missed it, and they were gracious enough to cut you some slack,
Right.
and it might turn into a collaborative effort later on. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man.
Maybe.
Congrats, man.
Maybe.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
What color is this thing?
So it's a white base and a purple seat, I think. So as soon as I gave it to my sister and she put it in her car, and now I can't remember because I was looking at other ones too. I didn't try them, but I'm pretty sure it's a purple seat.
Okay.
Oh,
matter
so
what color.
yeah, I guess this kind of stuff, maybe it does happen to me because Aspen Dental had a giveaway at some show that I was at, and I won a Michael Kors purse.
Dude, I think I remember that.
Yeah.
You
And I
talking
was
about it.
like, did I genuinely win? You didn't like, pull my name because you knew me or anything. And they're like, no. I was like, okay. Heck
It's
yeah.
like I'm not very lucky with lotteries and drawings and raffle tickets and that type of thing.
Yeah.
So whenever I do win something, I'm like, "Are you sure, bro? Is that right?" I
Yeah.
was doing a show a few years ago, and I don't know if I was the only one that bought tickets. I don't know what the deal was, right?
Mhm.
But I wound up leaving there with like a 50-inch television, and I came to do a show.
Nice.
So the whole back seat of my car, I got this giant TV back there. I'm driving home. My wife was like, "Where the hell did you get this?" I'm like, "I won it." She's like, "Where?" At the show, they had like an event afterwards, and it's happened a couple other times for smaller things, but a 50-inch television—that's pretty crazy, man. You know what I mean?
That is
I almost
awesome.
couldn't even get it home. I had to get it out of the box and lay it in the back seat. It was ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah. I
went to
should
Hinman.
just start playing the lottery.
Yeah, you got to be in it to win it, man.
Yeah, you gotta play to win.
But
Yeah.
I went to Hinman last week,
Yeah.
and here in Atlanta, and just basically hung around and just walked around, ran into some old coworkers, not
Mm-hmm.
people that are old and we used to work together, but we used to work together a long time ago, type of thing. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And
Yes.
not age wise, you know what I'm saying.
I get it. Yes.
So it was nice. I saw Manal. I saw Ann Duffy. I saw,
Yeah.
Deborah Carrier from, Twice as
Yeah.
Nice Scrubs. Chris Williams from, Profi Kings. Carice
Yes.
Leggett, who were on our show not too long
Right.
ago.
For Culture
And
Con.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they came out to my show that I had with
Oh
Jamie
yeah.
Bender and Joel Byers, and Joel is the guy I was telling you about, the
Yeah.
younger guy,
Yeah.
and we had a smallish audience, but they were
Hmm.
engaged, and we had fun, and we did, everybody ate, and,
Yeah, that's cool.
had dessert and those giant, I told you they had these giant slices of pie at this diner, right, at the
Oh.
club. Yeah,
No, you
or
didn't
cake,
tell me that.
giant slices of cake. Like it's enough for two people, like legit.
Oh
Like if you
yeah.
can eat a
Oof.
slice of this, then you're just a savage. You know what I'm saying? Or
And
very
your
hungry.
blood sugar probably hops up.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. But this company called Xyrus came out, and they brought like 6 people, so that was maybe like a third of the
Nice.
audience,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then we hung out at their booth. So I stopped by the booth on Thursday. We shot an episode. It was just on their podcast, and
Yeah.
we just
Cool.
had a good time. So thanks to those guys for coming out, for one, supporting me personally, and
Yeah.
having me on their podcast. So I don't want to go too long tonight because I have to pack like a last minute Jones here. I'm heading out to New Jersey to see my folks tomorrow. So
Tomorrow?
yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, you
tomorrow.
better pack.
The flight leaves at noon, so I got a little bit over 12 hours to get ready to go to be at the
Oh
airport.
my goodness.
And this morning I get a notice from one of my buddies that another one of our friends' moms just passed. So
Oh,
tomorrow is
yeah.
the viewing, and I'm like, well, I'll be in town if anybody wants to come,
Yeah.
swing by and pick me up. And one of my buddies is gonna pick me up after work on his way there, so go in and pay our
Right.
respects. And
Mm.
it's nice to see your friends, but it's not under these certain circumstances.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just not fun at all. Yeah.
Speaking of, today, the 22nd, is my friend from high school, Danae. She passed away a couple years ago.
Mm.
Diabetes. Like, yeah.
Damn.
I
Couple years
know.
ago?
Yeah.
That's a young person, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, she was, what, 43?
It's heavy.
Yeah.
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 You know,
And then
so
I tagged her and put happy birthday in heaven. And then I go to her Facebook page and I'm looking at her the guy that she was dating at the time. They were living together and stuff. And it's just post after post after post from him about how he misses her and he's dedicating songs to her and stuff like that. And I scrolled through for a little bit and then I was like, man, I can't look at this anymore.
yeah, that stuff is heavy, man. And
Yeah.
that stuff makes me sad. Just but I'm at that age, dude, where we're in our mid 50s, and and our parents are getting up there, dude. So
Right. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm lucky.
I mean,
I
my
still have
parents
both
are.
of mine hanging in there. You know.
My mom will be 70 this year. My dad's 72 then, I guess. Yeah.
My pops just turned 80, and he had a knee replaced, and so he's
Yeah.
getting along pretty good, and
That's
he's
good.
a laid back, happy guy. Mom's is the
Yeah.
more serious worrier of the two, and
Yes.
and she's a little stressful, man. I asked her to make me something. Do you have a dish or a food item that your mom or your dad made that you're like, damn, I wish I could get my hands on one of those? Is there anything like that?
She always made good homemade pizza, but John does a really good job, so I haven't missed it too
You
much.
don't miss it too bad.
There's nothing that's like really standing out to me. It's just been so long. She always made shepherd's pie, which
What's in that again?
shepherd. It's amazing. So like the
Sounds
easy
meaty.
version is you brown hamburger and you put it in with like a couple cans of vegetable soup, no water. You mix that together and you put it on the bottom of a glass baking dish.
Okay.
And then on top of that, you layer mashed potatoes. You cover it with mashed potatoes, and then you drizzle like sprinkled cheese on top, like a
Okay.
pretty good hefty layer
That's
of
a hearty
cheese.
ass meal. It sounds like.
Yeah, yeah. It's like you don't need anything else besides that for
You
a
can do
meal.
some work after you eat something like that.
You could cut some wood, cut a tree down.
Go dig a hole.
Yeah.
You know, just
Yeah. Yeah.
manual labor stuff.
Weld something. Take a
Yeah.
big old one of those giant head hammers and do something with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see
You'll
like if
go
you
for a
ate
while.
like half a casserole dish of that stuff, and then you give somebody an axe. I give them about 18 hours, and you're gonna have a workable log cabin. You know, maybe no running water,
Steady, hard work. Yeah.
but you're gonna be out of the rain. You know what I mean?
I've been talking about, because we have like a little clear, like it's, so you have the woods and then there's this path and then it's a little clearing. And I told John, I was like, man, you should build like a tiny house, like a tiny log cabin, and we could
Yeah.
just go out there and camp, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what I need to do. I just need to make him a couple shepherd pie meals
Boom.
and I'll have it by the end of the weekend.
Dude. What's today? The
That's a good
22nd? You can
idea.
have that done.
Yeah.
Shit, easily by Easter, bro. You know what I'm saying?
When's Easter?
I don't know. Sometime in April, maybe?
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah.
I'm
it
a
would
horrible
definitely be
Catholic.
done by then.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was thinking by the end of this weekend, but
Oh, yeah. So it's the 9th. It's April 9th.
okay, yeah, it would totally be done by then.
Yeah. That's like 3 weeks.
So, I mean, really, if you think about that TV show Alone, where they have to
Yeah.
build their own shelter,
Yeah.
some dude built like a log cabin type deal, and he dug down so it was below the level, so he just stepped down into it. But I mean,
Okay.
he hacked the little logs to where they fit together and stuff, and then
Yeah,
he put
yeah.
like mud or something in between.
Dude, I love watching that stuff on YouTube, bro.
I know. It's
What I want to know is how many people have that kind of time to go monkey around in the woods where they're not going to get eaten by a bear or a chainsaw wielding psychopath, right?
yeah.
Have the time and energy and resources to chop a bunch of trees down, drag them in, build a little cabin, and then videotape the whole thing, edit it. You know what I mean? It's a whole process.
Are you talking about the TV show or just in general? Like,
No,
if
the guys that I watch on YouTube, there's a million of them.
oh, like the urban camper and all that stuff that you were telling me about.
Well, that guy, he doesn't build anything. He just sneaks
Right,
in
he just-
and just yeah. But there's
Yeah.
this is other guy. And it's him and his dad. I think they're British, you know,
Yeah.
and they built a house out of pallets, like a cabin out of pallets one time,
Okay.
out of pallet wood.
Yeah.
And went up fast and dirty. You know what I mean? It was just kind of ugly, but
Yeah.
you know, it was workable. And
Yeah.
then they took it to the next level, dude. They were doing logs and they had a little wood burning stove in it with a pipe at the thing, a roof, and the whole shebang.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. And I was like, damn it, I want to have that kind of time where I can go into the woods and do something like that.
So, how do we have homeless people at this point? Like, you
need
just
the
have
property,
these
I guess.
guys. What?
You gotta have property, I would imagine.
Well, yeah, let's just pretend we give land, you know, a little land to people, and
Okay.
then have these guys go in and build them, you know, a tiny
Dude,
house, a log
Here's a
cabin.
controversial thought, and it's not original. I got it from George Carlin. One golf course. How many homeless dudes can you stick on a golf course? 18 holes
Oh.
worth of property. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
A couple thousand, maybe.
yeah.
You know?
I mean, dude, you fly over all these places that do not have houses on them. Like, there's fields and forests and flat pasture land and everything.
Mhm.
I mean, some of them are, yes, growing food for us to eat, but, you know.
You know, I saw this one guy. It was these younger dudes, and they grow their own food.
Yeah.
They have this thing that composts, and they use
Yeah.
it makes methane, and they use the methane to cook their food with, and then it makes this fertilizer. So they use that for the liquid fertilizer for the plants. They have solar panels and outhouse. And I'm like, these guys are set. I mean, it took some work to get it going. But if
Right.
you don't have to, if you can feed yourself, you don't need anything. I mean, that's pretty damn cool. I think they still have cameras and
Right.
videos and computers to videotape all this stuff. But I don't. They grow
Right.
chickens. They have eggs. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
So if it ever comes to a point where we are overcome with zombies, I would say you can come out here, bring your guns, whatnot, because there are cows and a chicken farm right down here. And John can hunt squirrels and rabbits and possums and raccoons and
Dude, I got an
coyotes.
E22 for Christmas, bro. I can't wait to start hunting rabbits.
Yeah, so I mean, we would end up being somewhat self-sufficient to a certain extent, you know what I mean? And
I'd hate to have to do that,
no zombies.
because we're gonna go hungry a lot,
Right. We would definitely not have to diet because we don't have a choice.
We'll be real nice. The coyotes out here, I don't know if they're edible or not, dude, but there's got to be a pack of 20 of these sons of bitches running around, and I hear them every night just howling and chasing stuff and being wild and natural. You know what I'm saying?
Let me just show you something real quick, if I can get on here without shutting down the recording.
The whole system.
Yeah. This was on my camera last night at 1 a.m.
Nice.
You see it?
That's the tail end of one, right?
I'm pretty sure that's a coyote.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so woo.
Yeah, that's close.
Yeah, it's down the way. And then this morning there was a couple little deer on the road, and one tried to jump over the fence, and at the top of the fence they have barbed wire. And I think it cut its leg or something on barbed wire when it was jumping over. I don't know. It didn't act like anything was wrong, but poor thing.
Deer are incredible as far as what they can take. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not to mention how high they jump.
Dude, at our old house, I had one come out in the street, and he was kind of like juking back and forth, and I tried to break and like go towards the grass on the right.
Yeah.
And in my left fog light clipped his rear left leg.
Yeah.
Not hard, but just enough to knock him off balance.
Yeah.
And he kind of skidded on the blacktop. Then he stood up, ran through the median at 90 miles an hour and dipped into the woods on the opposite side of the street. And if you tap me with a car where I fall down, I'm going to be laying there. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
I'm not getting up and running off like some sort of lunatic. At a full sprint, that's not going to happen.
Yeah. I told you I fell over the weekend.
Yeah, you mentioned something. What'd you do?
I'll tell you the story, and then we probably shut it down.
Yeah.
So I was just letting the dogs out. You know how we have scenery, like way off in the distance. I was just kind of like looking at the skyline, and then I stepped down off the porch. I must have caught like the edge of the sidewalk, and my foot rolled over. I fell forward onto my knee, but my toes on my other foot like bent all the way back. So both feet, I couldn't walk. I like scooted myself out of the dirt because I landed in our little dirt plot there. And I'm like, John! And he comes around the corner with his chainsaw pants on and stuff. And he goes, I thought you were calling the dogs. And I was like, no. And he goes, what'd you do? And I go, I fell. He had to help me up and back into the house, man. Have you seen Family Guy where Peter like bangs his knee or something, and he's laying on the ground going, ah.
Yeah. I think we had this conversation one time before. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like
that's where ninjas don't cry. Remember that whole?
Oh
story?
Yeah. That was basically what I did.
So you're trying not to cry?
Yeah, pretty much. But
Dude,
I'll send you pictures of the bruising.
All kinds of ligaments, man.
I know, and I'm getting old. Like my bones are brittle.
All I'm saying is, if you break something now, it might look healed up, but it stays kind of wonky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I took X-rays of my foot, and it's fine. You know how hard it is to take.
Toe recently, she walked into a coffee table. You know what I mean?
Oh gosh.
So,
yeah.
She's with with the 3-year-old and then the baby and a stupid boot, and I felt like, geez, man, poor thing. She just looked a mess, man. And I go, dude, you got to be more careful. You got to be.
Yeah.
I remember when she was little,
I'm such a klutz. Ugh.
Yeah, and I hate to throw labels out there, but yeah, she was a little bit unbalanced. Let's just say, like if there was a marble in an auditorium, like a basketball court
Yeah.
size,
Yeah.
she would find said marble and trip on it. You know what I'm
And
saying?
yeah.
That
It's
that
like,
was her. Yeah,
phew.
every time.
Well, I've never broken a bone in my body. And I took a picture of my toe. Remember a couple years ago, Katrina Sanders, her sister, looked at my
Yeah,
toe and thought that
it
it
was
was
all
broken
bruised
and
up
stuff.
and
I took at my friend's work, I took the sensor and I took some x-rays, and it didn't look broken, but it kind of looked jammed, like I jammed the knuckle or something. So
oh,
you know how many like x-rays you gotta take with a sensor that's like this big of all the like feet bones?
it's a
A
lot.
lot.
Yeah.
A lot. But I didn't see anything broken, so
Well, be
I
careful.
feel like
Is
I'm
all I
okay.
got to say.
I know. John tells me the same thing. No, he goes, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. And I'm like, I am a klutz. So even if I pay attention, I'm going to pay attention to myself falling down.
You're gonna see yourself falling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least you know it. And
It happened quick, too. It wasn't this,
no, it always goes quick.
oh, it was slow motion. No, seriously, I stepped down and then I was on the ground and I was like, and Parker's coming over, like, sniffing my face, like, why are you sitting down here? Yeah.
No ice, nothing. Just
No, I put ice on it.
no. What I'm saying, there was no ice that you slipped.
Oh, no,
on.
no, no. I don't need no ice. I don't need no water. I don't need anything. I don't need something to trip over.
Just a
I
slightly
just-
different height differential in the sidewalk and the ground around it, and that's all. It took.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Oh.
I have, like, literally tripped over the shoe that I'm wearing. So,
It's not funny,
yeah.
but
I mean,
it's a little funny. It's a
yeah.
little funny.
I'll laugh at it.
Well, I was walking out of the Hinman at the end of the day,
And you fell down.
and not almost, but I did trip. Like the carpet was real sticky,
Yeah.
and I had my boots.
Oh,
on,
yeah, I
my,
know what you're talking
my
about,
fancy
yeah.
Thursday, and it just and it just jammed me up, dude. And I was like, ugh, and I yell out, "Shit!" Right? And somebody
Yeah.
turns around. I'm like, "Hey, I'm sorry, but I almost busted my ass in front of everybody, But it's a stupid problem to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Be careful, folks.
Have you ever done that thing where you like trip and then you start running so people think that you were about to run
Yeah,
anyway?
you're not fooling anybody. I'm just gonna start randomly jogging for no apparent.
I mean, look
reason.
at me. I'm not running anywhere
Who are we
unless
fooling?
there's donuts.
Yeah. Last call on the pepperoni pizza. Like what?
Ah!
Car? Hold on, to get over there.
All right. Well, this was a nice episode for our 200th. So don't forget, go on our Facebook page, leave a review, or the iTunes or Apple Podcast. You could be the lucky winner of a cool dental hygiene t-shirt off your Flosser t-shirt.
Yes.
And this awesome Oral-B Pro 3000 toothbrush. So don't miss out.
Get yours. Get yours while you
we'll
can.
just randomly choose from people that leave reviews. So that starts basically now.
There you go. You need that little bit extra. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. And
yes. Thanks a lot.
Go floss yourselves.
Go floss yourselves.
And leave a review. And thanks. 200, 201 coming up next.
Yep. Good luck, everybody. You may be a winner.
Here we go. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.